создатель курсов для агентов ФБР, консультант топ-менеджеров всемирно известных компаний. Марк Goulston.
Thank you. Thank you.
Спасибо.
In this segment, I introduce the concept of the listening stick. I hold up in front of my Russian audience a tribal talking stick, and I explain how talking sticks have been used by Indian chiefs when they had a council meeting because every Indian chief wanted to talk. So whoever had the talking stick had the right to talk, and everybody else had to listen to them until they gave up the stick. I mentioned to the audience that I use the talking stick as a listening stick. And as I'm holding on to it and listening to the audience, I hear many things. And what I pointed out to them is that if I focused on what they were listening to and talked to them, they would take some notes, they'd get some bullets, they would try some of the things I mentioned, and then if they worked, they'd keep them, and if they didn't work, they'd abandon them. Because it's mainly an above-the-neck, head-to-head conversation, and it's very transactional. But then what I said to them is, if instead of focusing on what they're listening to get from me, I focused on what they were listening for. And everybody's listening for something from you and me. And that if I could get that correctly and I could satisfy it, they wouldn't just give me their mind, they would give me everything. And what I pointed out to them that what they might be listening for, and I asked this of them, is a few things. First, they were listening for something that would get them better results, because if you're a manager or a leader, you're judged by your results. Get good results, you get a raise. Get bad results, you get the opposite. Second, they were listening for something that would get them those results in a less stressful way, because getting the results they were getting, using the methods they were using, was often very stressful. And it caused them to drink more, eat more, not take very good care of themselves, and do the same for their employees and subordinates. The third thing, and this is what they were most listening for, is would I give them information that was doable by them immediately? Because many of their minds were totally overwhelmed, and they wanted something that they could use immediately, where they wouldn't have to take a course, where they wouldn't even have to buy a book, and there's not even a book on this because I haven't written it yet. And so they were listening for something that they could use immediately and get the results immediately.